I know you clicked the video, and I know you want to know how to make a cheap dash for your truck. Carbon fiber nonetheless. I've been thinking about how to do this, and I think it's a lot easier than any of us really realize how it is. I don't know if it's gonna actually work, so it'll all depend on what the title of this video is by the end of it. But I'm gonna get started. Basically what I have done is I took all the measurements needed of my dash. I'll show you a picture. The dash is going to be a completely different setup than what I had previously. I'm going to be renewing wherever the gauge cluster goes. I looked at the other method of doing it where I do a wraparound dash. I don't really like the idea. So I'm going with a plain Jane, flat dash, but it's going to be carbon fiber. Yeah, for the looks. Why not? It's not going to be amazing quality here, okay? Like, I'm in this garage. I'm not in the garage. What I've done, I made the cardboard cutout. Cellophane, by Google's research, shows to be a deterrent for epoxy. Like, it won't get ruined. And I should be able to just pop it off the cardboard when I'm done. So, we're gonna figure this out as we go. Bear with me. As per the directions, we need to have them sit separately at 120 degrees water, which, I pump out probably 140, so we're good right now. I got to thinking, and that's a bad idea. I'm gonna have to stir this, and I don't exactly have stuff to do that with. I didn't think about getting the wood spoon, handy dandy spoon, attached to my drill bit. And I'm thinking, if I'm correctamundo here, efficiency is the name of the game, baby. Look at this. That is a lot of rotations per second, whatever they may be. Now, when it comes down to the resin, they do recommend a 1-to-1 ratio on this. We're gonna go 6 ounces. Okay. I didn't think, a lot of air bubbles for me to just fucking throw in there, huh? Oh god. I have an idea. Ooh, okay, maybe too hot. Probably fucking this up. We're gonna go with the big boy here. Big old sponge. What we're gonna do first is we are going to get it right on our sponge here. We're gonna lay down. Here's the fun part. And lay, pressing it in. There we go. Okay, so it has now cured for the past 22 hours. I touched it slightly last night just before going to sleep to lay some of the stress off of it. So I cut in certain places so that way it would lay down better. Now, I'm sorry. I know for some purists out there, people that want more information, on how to make it look better. I'm not going that far deep into this one. I'm making this for my truck build just to go out on the track with a better dash. I'm not looking for perfection. So if you really want to go farther, you could do multiple coats. You could sand it, get it nice and perfect every time, do a nice layer, and do all the nice pretty shit. There's plenty of videos out there for it. I'm just here to see if this just works. I don't know, and if it works, I made a dash. Mixie! Oh shit. Damn, nothing came out. Around the world, around the world. Gonna do a nice pour. Sponsor me, Harbor Freight, please. It's kind of cool, like, I thunk it up here and I'm doing it here. And like, for race car shit, like, all right, cool, you know? It's been about an hour into it. And what I did was I took the sponge here and I went along the edges, smoothing them out, making sure that there is no runs on all sides. I suggest doing that. I don't really know if it helps that much, but we'll see. I mean, it looks a lot better. But yeah. All right. See you in a day. All right. So it's been 24 hours and it's definitely been curing. It's malleable. It's not as hard as I would want. I imagine a third coat would give me what I'm looking for, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually like go with this and let it cure overnight, let it get a little bit more hard, see what we're looking at tomorrow morning, if not tomorrow afternoon, see what a full 48 hours is gonna look like, because it doesn't look bad for what I'm going for. Yeah, see you guys in another 24 hours. 8+ hours later, it's good enough. I'm happy with it where it's at right now. I'm gonna start cutting my edges and forming it to the dash up there. Now we gotta get this piece. There we go. Okay, so like theoretically, I was right. The cellophane did mostly work. And even though I just did what I did with it, it still stayed in form. No real damage, no nothing. This, God, I wish I had different scissors for this. Yeah, I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do. You don't know this, but it's been 3 days since I said I would do it. And I got myself a Dremel. So we can start finishing this. It's been sitting here for the past 3 days. That's my fault. I didn't come prepared. I tried cutting it with serrated scissors. Dumb. We're gonna use a good old Dremel board right here and get that cut and get that in the cab today. As you know, when you're doing stuff like this, you need to use your safety equipment. Safety squints are acceptable. Proceed. I'm using a plastic cutting blade. I'm hoping that that's all I need to use. There's metal cutting blades. I think I'm using the right one. So we'll see how she does. I'm just gonna finish up the form, try following my lines, and get the edges cut out, and then we could just set it in the cab and see where we're at. Gloves. Gloves are useful. We'll just say that. You need gloves. So we have our backing, get all that extra shit off. Let's get some fiber cloth. Wipe this off. That see-through, floppy, I mean, it's a carbon fiber dash. I mean, it's not really like anything special. I didn't do anything more than one layer, and you know, it was a tester. So, you know, let's go fit it. Okay. And technically, that's exactly what I wanted, guys. So this is what the dash looks like in the truck. It's just the flat surface I was talking about. Nothing fancy, nothing special, nothing too crazy. It's not too shabby. So what I've learned in this process is when you're doing this, you need to prep better because cardboard was not the way to go. Also, you need to use you need to support it better. Of course, when it's drying, I just had random boxes. I did that. This isn't the best work, and it's not really quality work that I'm gonna stand behind entirely for its existence, but it'll get by for the time being, and you know, it's not a terrible dash. I like it. It's kind of cool. Here's another look. Oh boy. So as far as this getting fastened to the dash, I'm gonna brainstorm different ways of how I'm gonna do that still, because what I would do now isn't ideal, and that would be like self-tappers or something stupid, and I want to do it to where it's quick disconnect, something I could just pop off, pop on as needed to get to my electrical behind it, to mess with any gauges that need be, or fuses, because I plan to mount my fuse box on the back side, so that way everything can just be popped off and disconnected. Gained a little bit of experience doing this. It was fun. Definitely suggest giving it a try. It's worth it. It's just an arts and crafts project. It's pretty cheap to do. As far as the wide body idea I was going for, that's going to be a later date. This is definitely a more in-depth project to do in the fashion of body panels, especially looking at doing molds and everything else to properly do it. I don't want waves. I don't want it to look like absolute shit. This is, again, just let's see if it works, and you know, it did. So take it as you may. Do a project, let me know. I'd love to see it. Hop in the Discord, show me something that you've done, give me ideas. But I think next is gonna be getting the engine bay prepped for some paint, so that way we can destroy the cab, destroy the engine bay, get all of that nice and primered, and then move on to phase whatever it is now. But I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned for the next one. And for anyone that's wanting to do home projects and you watch this, wear safety equipment. Don't do what I do. Deuces.